welcome to this edition of The Current, where we're the Daltons. I'm Clint, she's Sandra, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, like this is my passion, which is honor the temple. 3 ways to steward the body God gave you. So let me just ask you something real quick. If your body's the house of God, and that's where God lives, why are you feeding it like a gas station snack aisle? Why are you treating your body like a storage unit for stress and running it like it doesn't need maintenance?
Wow.
Some of y'all treating your body like a rental.
Wow.
But God said it's a temple.
Yeah, that's
First
good.
Corinthians.
From rental to temple.
All right.
That's good.
From 1 Corinthians 6, 19 through 20, do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit? Therefore, honor God with your bodies. This is not a suggestion. This is a command with responsibility attached.
Yeah.
So transformation is the real problem. We don't have a willpower issue. We have a stewardship issue. And it's showing up as belly fat that won't move.
Yeah.
Fatigue that coffee can't fix.
Yeah.
Blood sugar out of control.
Yeah.
Blood pressure is climbing, and not because the spouse made you mad. You just out of control. And then quiet inflammation building disease in the background. I want you to hear that again. Quiet inflammation building disease in the background.
Jesus.
Ladies and gentlemen, diabetes is for real.
Yeah.
Heart disease, high blood pressure, all of that stuff is for real. So that's what science calls the metabolic syndrome. Visceral fat, elevated glucose levels, high blood pressure, poor cholesterol markers. And here's the truth. You can love God and still neglect his temple.
Wow. Wow.
Point 1, we're going to go into nourishment, your body with healthy foods. I love my favorite character in the Bible when it comes to health and wellness is Daniel.
Yeah.
In Daniel 1, 12 through 15, Daniel chose clean food over the king's rich diet. I love how Daniel refused to eat what the king served. In Genesis 1:29, God gave seed-bearing plants for nourishment without pesticides, without hormones, without antibiotics. The natural stuff is what we should be looking for. And in 1 Corinthians 10:31, it says, whether you eat or drink, do it for the glory of God.
And if I can chime in really quick, I was telling my husband that, our body speaks, our flesh has a voice, and it's up to us to decide who are we going to listen to? Are we going to listen to the voice of the flesh that craves that candy bar like me at 10 o'clock, guilty at 9 o'clock at night, or we walked to 7-Eleven. I was having a sugar attack and the guy at the 7-Eleven was like, oh, you guys late walk. We said, no, we came over here because we want candy. So, and so we have to be careful. And I'm speaking to myself as well, because I think that when we're talking about healthy and nourishing our bodies, first of all, it goes back to breaking generational curses. We don't talk about that overeating and unhealthy eating is rooted from our upbringing. Right. If you come from a family, I've never saw my mom and dad go to no gym. No health fitness gym. I never saw my mom and dad exercise. I never saw my mom and dad eat healthy foods. I've never saw them take care. We never had this conversation. So when I got saved and I started learning especially through you, and eating healthy and nourishing our body and what to take away, listen to me. And this is not a plug, okay? Hear me good.
It can be, but
This is not a plug. This man has been trying to get me on his program since we got married 2 years ago. And I refused. I was like, I know what I got to do. You don't have to tell me, And so I've hit a plateau and I have not been able to drop weight. I've been trying everything. And so I finally caved in. I threw the white flag up in the air. I surrender. I said, give it to me. What do you got? So he was like, oh, you all in, huh? He didn't believe me. I don't know if he did or he didn't. Because for 2 years, he had been trying to get me to get on his plan and follow his protocol and eat the Optavia, the 5-in-1. And I'm like, I'm not falling for it. Listen to me. I did it. And I promise you, this is not no lie. In 3 days, I lost 2 pounds. In 3 days, I had completely cut out all sugar. I cut out all carbs. I mean, just everything. I fought for like, and I'm like, oh my God. And so I say that to say, but I had to learn. The bottom line is nourishing our bodies is like having to relearn. You might have to hire a Coach Clint. You might have to hire a nutritionist. You might have to, so you might have to go through those steps. I did not know. I had to learn. There's some stuff that you're eating. I'm telling you now that it's one of the reasons why you're not, how do you want to say the knob on the scale is not moving. You may say, oh, it's healthy. No, but it has high sugar. It may have high sugar content. So if you're going to nourish your body, first of all, I think one of the things that we have to talk about is unlearning bad habits. Yeah. And willing to be honest and say, I have to hire a nutritionist. I have to hire a coach. I don't even know what that looks like. Because if I go back to my upbringing, nobody ever talked about nutrition and healthy eating or going to no gym. I never saw that. Did you?
No.
Okay.
No, we just went how we went. But I want to do some real science talk. And what she was just talking about is you need a metabolic reset.
Yeah.
Let's get practical for a minute. When you constantly eat ultra processed foods and you're taking your kids to the McDonald's and the Burger King and the Wendy's because, it's got a drive through and it's real convenient and I ain't got to cook because I'm too lazy to cook. Let's just be real. You're too lazy. When you constantly eat ultra processed foods, sugar loaded drinks and late night junk, you're feeding.
Oh, he calling me out. You're feeding
your visceral fat, that deep belly fat around your organs. I want you to do just a quick solid real quick. Take your finger and squeeze it and try to move your finger around in there because this is your heart pumping. This is the visceral fat surrounding your heart, your pancreas, your kidneys and everything else.
Wow.
And just squeeze your hand as tight as you can. And eventually you can't move your finger. The pumping is going to stop.
Wow.
It cannot flow the way it needs to flow. The blood flow cannot flow. And so the fat isn't just sitting there. It's active. It releases inflammatory chemicals.
Wow.
It drives diabetes, heartbeats, and fatigue. So when people say, I don't know why I feel like this, your body knows exactly why.
Yeah, it's talking.
Your body's talking to you.
Your body's talking to you.
I love
but
it.
Are we listening? Are we listening? Our body is saying, I'm not feeling good. Listen, there was, I struggle with high cholesterol and I listen to me. Give me a box of fried chicken, fried pork chops, anything fried fish. Listen, French fries. Like I am the fry queen right here. Okay, I'm gonna tell her myself.
Like she's living in the South, but we're in California.
Give me anything fried. Right? I'm signing up. But I can always tell, like when I've overdone it. I can tell. Just like a diabetic can tell when they've overdone it with sugar or somebody. So I can tell, my body is telling me you've overdone it. You've had every day this week, you've had some type of fried food. And my body is like, you do understand what you're saying?
Yeah, your toxins.
It's speaking.
Your toxins.
Yeah.
So look, we pray, Lord, bless this body. Lord, bless this food to my body.
Bless this double cheeseburger.
It's a double cheeseburger, fried soda, and a milkshake.
And
God's like, I made broccoli. I made broccoli. You made that decision. You can't pray away what you keep eating daily.
Wow. Yeah.
You can't pray away what you keep eating daily. And you need
You
to align it.
You don't need perfection.
You got, does this fuel me or does this fog me?
Wow. That's how I feel too.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you feel
foggy? Yeah,
like
when you're doing the wrong thing, it can get you. 1 Timothy 4:8 says physical training is value. And Proverbs 31:17 it says the virtuous woman strengthens her body. Mm-hmm. And I can't say this. I always say it every time. Ecclesiastes 9:10. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with strength.
Yeah.
Your body was built to move.
Yeah.
But today we sit, we scroll, we snag, snack, repeat. And then we wonder why energy is low, weight is high, motivation is gone. Movement directly impacts insulin, fat burning, energy production, and your mental clarity.
Also,
go ahead.
I don't know if I can say this.
What you say?
I don't know if I can say this. No, I better not. Go ahead.
Not strong wrong guy. Speak. Now be like, what? Who wants to do? What? I can't go on with the show. Anyway, some of us get tired from walking to the fridge. We're not out of shape. We out of relationship with movement. You have to get in that. You have to get in these habits, nutrition, movement, hydration, and your sleep. Yeah. If you can't fix those four, you're in trouble. Yeah. Like you're in trouble. Yeah. You have to literally like reset your metabolism. You have to go back. And it's so funny. Today we were on the Zoom with Apostle Eddie, and we were talking about where was I going with this? We were talking about keeping your house clean and honoring church and honoring this and honoring that. You got to honor your God and your body first. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like I love how he was saying you can't have a nasty house. You can't keep it. So you can't keep those unhealthy, unclean relationships.
And so if you don't like a nasty house, the physical, I'm talking about physical. Then why would we want a nasty house here in our temple?
That's what Apostle Eddie was saying. Yeah. I like that because the two apostles think alike. See, y'all, you just worded that. I could have worded it. But that's exactly how it is. So movement doesn't have to be extreme. Yeah. It could be walking the dog, taking the kids to the park, just walking.
We do that. Something. We take walks.
I would tell you something real quick. So there's these two dogs. It's a Mimi. There's two dogs sitting on the couch, right? And they're both laughing and cutting up. And this one dog says to the other dog, he says, well, my owner is so lazy. Every morning he opens the door and I go fetch the newspaper and I bring it back. And the guy says, the other dog says, that's nothing. He says, my owner gets in her car, drives 30 minutes to the gym and walks on a treadmill for an hour and then goes back home. I was like, I just love that. It's like so practical. Like it's not rocket science. You just go somewhere, lift, walk, sweat a little. Yeah. Consistency is greater than intensity. Yeah. And then in Genesis 10:2, we're going to talk about prioritize rest and recovery. Yeah. This is so important. In Genesis 2:2, God rested. In Psalms 127:2, God gives rest to those he loves. And in Mark 6:31, it says, Jesus told his disciples to rest. Even Jesus rested. But you're running on caffeine and chaos. It's how we work. It's how we work.
Caffeine and chaos.
So lack of sleep leads to increased cortisol, fat storage, especially around the belly, insulin resistance, cravings, and fatigue. Translation, you gain weight easier, you lose energy faster, and you crave junk harder.
And let me just step in with that. In other words, and I say we because we're in this too, we have to be intentional of turning all the electronics off, turning our TV off, and really laying it down, like going to sleep at a decent time and waking up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think, metabolically speaking, we should at least an hour to an hour and a half before we lay our head down for the night, turn it all off. Turn the blue screens off, turn the scrolling, just got to slow your mind.
Yeah.
Stop comparing your life to other people on social media because it ain't working. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? So some of y'all say I'll sleep when I'm dead. Keep that up, and your body might say cool sooner than expected. Just so important to just rest. And you know, even when you're going to the gym, you have some people do 3-in-1, some people do 5-in-1, where they work out 3 days, they take a day off, they work out 5 days, they take a day off. So it's just some people work 4 and take 3 off. And so there's no right or wrong. It's just you gotta rest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your muscle, number one, if you do it every day, all day, every day, all day, your muscle doesn't grow, it doesn't stretch, it doesn't form. It's just going to it's just like muscle memory. So it's like, okay, this muscle goes this way, this muscle goes this way, all day, every day, you know, so you got to switch it up, you know, and movement, it could be, you know, cardio, even though, and this is a good thing for maybe, I'm going to teach y'all something here real quick. You could do an hour on cardio and burn 650 calories. And I'm going to do cardio every day. But the minute you stop doing cardio, your fat burn stops, which means you ain't burning no more calories the rest of the day. So I'm going to tell you something. Start light strength training. When you're strength training, you will burn calories from anywhere from 24 to 48 hours after the workout. So, and here's the chemistry that's going to make this work. High protein, low glycemic meals, which means stay away from rooted vegetables, which is potatoes, onions, carrots. You want to go for definitely high greens. You want to go with your protein vegetables, your asparagus. You want to go with your broccoli. You want to go with your cauliflower. You want to go avocado, a healthy fat. It's this chemistry, high protein, low glycemic, and strength training for an hour a day. And no more than that. You don't know more than that. But you work, it's called, you know, and when you're at your job, a lot of people say, hey, work harder and work smarter, not harder.
Right.
So this is, you know, coaching tip of the day is focus on strength training and then high protein, low glycemic meals. And you will find that you will have your weight of decrease a little faster than you would if you just, you know, be like the lady and drive to the gym and walk on the treadmill for an hour every day.
Yeah.
You stay the same. So it'll be kind of different. So let's bring this together. We've got a spiritual responsibility.
Yeah.
We've got physical consequences. And we have daily choices. So this isn't about looking better.
Yeah.
Because I lost 115 pounds. I really don't think you couldn't fix me anyway, because I'm looking pretty handsome all the time. So
yes, you are.
You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. It isn't about looking better. It's about having that energy to serve. I want to have that energy. And guys, let me just tell you something real quick. If you running like you hustling 9 to 5, go home to your wife and hustle like you working a 9 to 5 and chase your wife and seek God, because that's healthy. You know what I'm saying? All that other stuff, you could be fired tomorrow. And you got to appreciate, we're not promised tomorrow either.
Yeah.
So I want to give my wife good memories. I want to do that. So I want to have the energy to serve. And I want to have the clarity to lead. I want to lead I want to make the right business decision. I want to make the right financial decision. I want to make the right, you know, love decision. I want us to be in oneness, you know,
Yeah.
So I want clarity. I need the strength to endure.
Yeah.
Not only in my workouts, but in my everyday living. Like I want body, soul, and mind. Soul, and mind. You know what I mean? Living, loving, building.
We have grandkids now.
Yeah. Bro,
so, man, you want to stay healthy for, for those of us that are older, we want to stay, healthy for our grandkids, to see them grow up. And so, yeah.
And this is the one main thing. that might hurt some feelings here. You got to get some discipline in your life. You
Yeah.
definitely got to have. Most people, I talk to them every day. The two major excuses not to get on my health plan is either one, I can't afford it, but then I'm going to ask you, can you afford the doctor bills? Can you afford the bad health? Can you afford this? But the other one I hear so much is, well, I can do it myself.
Like I was telling you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Guess what? I was right. Right?
Yeah.
No, but for real, the discipline and accountability. It's not that you even want to work out. You want to ask the free questions.
But let's be honest though.
Yo.
Discipline is not easy. Living a lifestyle of discipline, whether it's in spiritual things or physical things, it's not, I'm not saying it's not impossible.
Yeah. But here's the ticker.
Right.
How bad do you want it?
Yeah, that's true too.
How bad do you want something?
Yeah.
It's not really, if you wanted $1 million, you'll go to work.
Yeah.
And you will work until you get it.
Yeah,
somehow,
that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you want to be healthy, if you want to be skinny, the discipline will come with itself. But the accountability part is what people are missing.
Mm-hmm.
They want to have to answer to a coach.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes you don't want to answer to your spouse.
Yeah.
You don't want to answer to your boss.
Right.
You want to just do you, boo-boo. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's pretty much why people are doing this. And I'm going to give you a final warning with some love. All right. This comes from God. This comes from my heart. This comes from the passion that I live. I don't do it perfectly. I fell off the wagon for a while, but I'm back. 22 pounds down since January 1st. I'm doing my thing. Right. But ignoring your health doesn't just affect you. It affects your family, your calling, and your future. Yeah. Because you unmanage metabolic health, it leads to diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and burnout. So here's the real question. Are you going to keep managing symptoms? Are you going to finally take ownership of your temple? You are one decision, one habit, and one reset away from changing everything. So again, I'm going to ask this what I asked a little bit ago. How bad do you want it?
Wow.
If you want it, there should be no questions asked. You will go to the ends of the earth to get it. Yeah. You want the BMW? You're going to go to the dealership. You're going to work a deal. You feel? You feel what I'm saying? If you really want true intimacy in your relationships, true intimacy in your families and your friends and stuff like that. But go ahead.
But at the end of the day, as we started this whole conversation, God wants us to honor our bodies, our temples. God wants us to steward them by feeding it good, healthy foods, staying active, whether it's walking, 30 minutes in the morning or in the evening, whatever's best for you. I see women walking during their lunch.
Check this out, y'all, for real. I love my wife. I love her to death. This is so crazy. Here's what's so crazy.
I know what you're going to say.
Here we go, right? So I probably seriously get about 10,000 steps in at work. I'm not even kidding. I'm outside. I don't have an office cush job. I'm out in the field and I'm going and going and going. And then I'll go to the gym and work out for an hour. You know what I mean? And then my wife's like, hey, let's go on a walk. And it can't be a walk. It's got to be 3 miles or more for her to feel like she's accomplished something. But I do it. I put in the plug. I do the thing. So it's like I miss that. Like but when I want to say this too, at 325 pounds, I was at my lowest point. I didn't even I wanted to die, ladies and gentlemen. Like literally had a gun in my hand and 3 little words, and this can change your life. God, change me. And I meant it. It wasn't even a question to God. It was God, change me. That was my prayer. 3 simple surrender words. 3 simple words that changed my whole life. I never even imagined I could lose a person. 115 pounds as a teenager, a small person.
Wow.
Like literally.
That is crazy. I never saw that like that.
You know, I lost a whole person. I gained it. Let me tell you something. Medical disclaimer here. I had high blood pressure. I had
diabetes.
I had pre-diabetes. I was on metformin.
We got to close.
And there were some other things that are going on. But you know what? God changed me, changed all of that. And I don't take any medication. I'm still 115 pounds down. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to God be the glory.
Yeah, to God be the glory.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in this week.
Yes.
On the current.
And we want to say that we know that this week is Mother's Day.
Yes.
So we want to celebrate. We want to honor. We want to celebrate. We want to salute all of you mothers out there this week as you get ready this weekend to celebrate Mother's Day. May you have a beautiful, amazing Mother's Day. We celebrate you. We salute you. And we honor each and every single one of you mothers. Mm-hmm. And in closing, you know, last week my husband mentioned about the ribbon cutting. We want to give you an opportunity to invite you to be a part of our Restore Her Place ribbon cutting. Many of you know I run a transitional housing for single women and women with children. So come out on Saturday, May the 30th. It's going to be in downtown Pomona. After this video, there will be a flyer with all of the details on how you can get involved and where you can join us. So feel free to join us. You guys have an amazing day. Thank you for tuning in on the current with Clint and I. You guys have a blessed day.
And I also want to say, if you're really, really ready to change your life and to get your metabolic reset going, hit me up. I'm going to put a video. I'm going to put a little thing in the back.
Yeah.
You can Instagram me. You can scan my card, my QR code. Just, it's about your health. It's my passion. It's my calling. I want to get the church healthy. So thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching Kingdom First TV, your station for kingdom inspiration.